Did you know the TV you bought is probably watching everything that you're watching? It could take as much as 48,000 snapshots a second. So when you turn on the financial news and you see that everything looks great, markets are up and companies are winning, your TV sees it too. The TV is even paying attention when you get frustrated. I mean, how could you not when you know the markets are winning because certain people get tipped to buy or sell before the social post goes live and manipulates everything. And when you get frustrated and change videos or apps using the mic on your smart TV remote, your TV is probably collecting that too. Along with smart TVs, there are two other everyday things that I don't think are worth your money. Now, we know that our smart TV is probably watching what we're watching. It watches everything on your screen, all of it, even when you're using a laptop or a gaming console plugged into it, as long as it's connected to the internet. This study from University College London found that Samsung and LG TVs take screenshots of your screen multiple times a second, all of it. Their estimates on an LG TV suggested that it takes 48,000 snapshots per second. That information is getting sent to ad companies. My TV is probably really disappointed because all it's getting from me are screenshots of C dramas on EGE. I guess the bright side is that the study couldn't determine what data was actually being collected because it was encrypted. Let me stop. That's just code. Consumer Reports actually found that on Amazon Fire TV sets, think Hisense, TCL, and Sony TVs, on these sets, every tracking option is turned on by default. You agree to Amazon's rules during setup. There's no getting around that. The thing is that some smart TVs are sold at a loss. This Verge interview emphasizes why that is. I guess I have a philosophical question. You guys are committed to low price points and you often beat the industry at those low price points. Can you hit those price points without the additional data collection that TV does if you don't have an ad business or a data business on top of the TV? So, look, it's not just about data collection, it's about post purchase monetization of the TV. This is a cutthroat industry. It's a 6% margin industry, right? I mean, it's pretty ruthless. You could say it's self inflicted, or you could say that there's a greater strategy going on here. And there is. The strategy is I really don't need to make money off the TV. I need to cover my cost. And then I need to make money off those TVs. They live in households for 6.9 years. The average lifetime of a Vizio TV is 6.9 years. You would probably be amazed at the number of people who come up to me saying, I love Vizio TVs. I have one, and it's 11 years old. I'm like, dude, that's not even full HD, that's 720p. But they do last a long time. And our strategy, you've seen this with all of our software upgrades, including AirPlay 2 and HomeKit, is that we want to make things backward compatible to those TVs. So we're continuing to invest in those older TVs to bring them up to feature level comparison with new TVs when there's no hardware limitation that would otherwise prevent that. And the reason why we do that is there are ways to monetize that TV, and data is one. Keep in mind that Walmart acquired this company in 2024, and now you have to log in with a Walmart account to use the smart features on the TV. So if you're not using an antenna or have cable, your TV is effectively a brick. This is how valuable your data is. That smart TV you bought may have been cheap, but that data that they're selling makes companies a lot of money. So while you can't be sure who the customer is, just know that you are the product. According to Consumer Reports, resetting the advertiser ID periodically can actually reduce tracking. Personally, I know when I get ads that make 0 cents for me that I'm doing well. And once ads start speaking to me, I know it's time for a refresh. I've linked that Consumer Reports article in the video description if you'd like to see if your smart TV is listed. The article actually covers several brands and how to reset the advertiser ID. They did mention that menus can change from year to year. I never got rid of my DVDs even after I started using streaming services. Even moving continents twice, I still have my CDs too. I spent a large part of my youth finding CDs in the record store. They're like little time capsules for me. They bring back so many memories, and they won't disappear when the license runs out or if a studio merges. They're mine. I own them. I don't have to pay to access them. According to AdWave, the average American household spends about $52 a month on streaming subscriptions. I can definitely believe that. A couple of years ago, I had a ton of services. Now, they didn't cost as much then as they do now. I used to have Max, Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, and ESPN Plus, only because it was a part of the Disney Hulu bundle. But each service that I had a show that I actually enjoyed. How was I supposed to watch Insecure and Handmaid's Tale without having two different services? The last time you were on your favorite streaming platform, how long did it take for you to actually find something that you really wanted to watch? Not something that you settled on, but actually really wanted to watch. I still have Netflix. It's a part of my mobile phone plan, and I barely go on to it. Maybe I'll get around to watching Cat Williams roast Kevin Hart. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Look, I do like some of the original shows that are on streaming platforms, but 8 episodes does not make a season. And they're selling ad space on these platforms. So if you're going to sell ad space like your regular TV, I need you to bring it a TV season up to the standard TV 26 episode season. I remember when I first got Netflix, I love those DVDs coming in the mail. They were the latest movies. And then I got hooked. And once I got hooked, the prices went up and the content pretty much disappeared. I'm not telling you to go out and buy a bunch of physical media, but Hoopla and Canopy are streaming services that are free through most public libraries. And yes, I have them linked in the video description. Last year, Consumer Reports looked into Kroger, which also owns Ralph and Harris Teeter. Turns out Kroger made an estimated $527 million in 1 year from selling shopper data. That money didn't come from groceries. It came from 63 million loyalty card members. It makes up more than 35% of Kroger's income. What happens is they look at more than what you buy. They actually link your card to outside data firms to build a bigger file on you, and the file actually estimates your income. And even discounts are targeted. If the system thinks your income is lower, you might get fewer of the best deals. I want you to think about what can be done with that data outside of the grocery store. It can be sold to insurance and health companies. So I want you to realize that food is not the only part of your budget that your grocery list could actually affect. When I shop, I try and pay in cash. I don't use loyalty cards. I also turn off my phone's Bluetooth if I'm in a store with electronic tags. There's a lot of new people here. Welcome. Hi, my name is Kina. I started this channel about a year and a half ago. Right now, I'm on this journey to 100K. So share this video with somebody and subscribe if you haven't already. I left the US for Spain back in 2022 after I was laid off from Tesla. Someone recently asked me if I had plans to head back to the States. Not right now, especially with that virus lurking. Personally, I don't like being sick at all. Back in my 20s, when I was a flight attendant, I hated coming back from vacation because without a doubt, I would catch something on my first trip back. And when you're flying in those tubes in the air, you're inhaling everything. It's every burp, every sneeze. As for the farts, those are supposed to go into the pillows. And that's why you never want to use one that's been used before. I did not lie. Tell me in the comments why I should or shouldn't visit the US. I live in northern Spain now. It's really peaceful here. It's where my husband's from. It's actually wild that I'm meeting more and more English speakers here. When I first lived here, I'd never heard English, and now I'm working on regaining my fluency. When we moved to Florida, I kind of stopped speaking Spanish. Right now, I'm actually focused on comprehensive input. It's where I know enough of what I'm listening to follow what's going on. At first, I was using streaming services to do this. I would add Spanish as the language with English subtitles to support me, but the shows were just too complex, and I was basically just reading subtitles. And now I'm using LingoPie. They're partnering with me on this video because They're an excellent source for understandable, comprehensive input. And with it, I can watch series and movies and listen to music in the language that I want to know. And it has tools that help facilitate that learning. It has dual subtitles, so you can watch the series or movie in the language you want to learn and in your own language. And these subtitles, they're actually interactive. You can click any word and it will immediately show you the translation. Not only that, but the word gets saved. And when you do that, a flashcard is created so that you can review the vocabulary that you've learned later. There are also games and exercises like matching words. And when you're watching a series or a movie with LingoPie, you can actually repeat the phrase or you can loop the scene. And you can even slow down the playback so that it's at a comfortable speed so it doesn't feel like the whole language is just washing over you. I think the most important thing is that you're consuming entertaining content rather than having a forced lesson. And if you want to try LingoPie, go to the video description for a deep discount on the lifetime plan. It's there for you. Now, if you want to see more about my life here in Spain, I share that. I have a second channel. You can watch that right here. And it's really relaxed over there. Otherwise, you can watch this video that YouTube says you want to see. Don't ask me what it is because I don't know. What I do know is that I'm going to see you in the next video. Okay, bye.